Well, I mean, we're obviously data is a huge one, and AI heavily connected to that, which we could all go in so many different directions. So I wanted to touch on a couple of alternative views here. So the first one is around customer convenience. In particular, looking at in-store checkouts, looking at different apps and interactions that you can have with customers when it comes down to that payment point, essentially. There's always a lot of excitement thinking about self-service checkouts, lots of trends around cashier-free checkouts as well, but also thinking about all the different payment options for online as well as in-store as well. Actually, how do we really understand the technology that is in play here, think about what is best for the customer, and how do we offer the customer choice? Because what is best for one customer is almost certainly not going to be best for all. So how do we blend that in? And we offer the customer the chance to choose, and that will in turn give us huge amounts of qualitative and quantitative data to process through. The other element is around the new business models that exist within retail right now. Let's just think resale, subscription models, rental, retail media networks, retail as a service. These are all great business opportunities that deliver some solid profitability opportunities, but they all have their own requirements on the tech stack, on the data and all of the data pipelines that flow through. And actually, how do we as a business reset ourselves to understand, well, here's where we are today, here's our classic retail model, but we're also considering new models, examples like I just gave. What does that mean for our technology and our data? And actually, how do we collectively as a business, how do we begin to process that through?
Yeah. So you're obviously very knowledgeable in this area. And why don't you released your book just last week, right? So
that's
tell
right.
us
Yes.
about your book.
Yeah, thank you so much. So it's called Driving Retail Transformation: How to Navigate Disruption and Change. And really, it's about recognizing that retailers are facing disruption on basically every single angle right now. And despite this need to change in the marketplace, it's very easy to say, let's transform, and it's much harder to actually transform. We talk about the what, but often the how is our biggest opportunity. And that's where the book comes in. It gives retailers the strategies and the techniques to lead the organization through the journey of change. Despite all of the uncertainty and the volatility in the marketplace. It's designed for retail leaders, and that doesn't necessarily mean I sit on the C-suite or I've got a big job title. This is actually an individual that wants to take responsibility to drive their organization forwards. And that could be at any level of the organization. Early on in the book, actually, I asked, do you want to be a passenger or the driver? So I suppose this book is for those that want to be the driver. They want to take the responsibility, and it gives them the how to transform. Whether that's about how to understand the problem and the challenges that the business faces, how to define the appropriate solution going forward, how to manage your mindset and how to lead change, or how to drive progress and ultimately execution into the company and the operating model. We could talk about flexible frameworks that exist to help avoid the common challenges and the mistakes that are easy to make. And like I say, really, it's there to help navigate disruption in the market and drive change.